Welcome back. This and That with Mitch and Matt, Season 2, Episode 6. Monday night, not our usual recording night. Usually we're in here on Sunday evenings. Plans change, families have get-togethers, and sometimes you don't make it. So, but it gave me another day to let some shit soak in because Ben Askren got knocked the fuck out Saturday night, and I have not stopped thinking about it since. Mainly because I think he took a fall. Originally, I told Blake that he didn't. But he 100%, he laughed his fucking ass all the way to the bank. And he just fooled everybody, I think.
Maybe.
It makes sense.
It does.
I mean, he's been, as Blake said in the last couple of episodes, Ben's been hit in the face by some straight up killers before and lived to stand up and win and talk about it and fight another day. And Jake Paul lays him out with a good right hook. Don't get me wrong, it was a nice punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just didn't do what it did. I don't think it did. I think we all got fooled. I think that was probably the gimmick from the get-go.
Maybe.
And I don't know.
I think he maybe got dropped. He got so the problem, what he was doing wrong, right? The funny thing about this is I was telling my son just a few days ago how to counter a jab because he was asking me what a jab was. And I was like, it's how you keep your distance. You pop your jab out there. You don't let people come in. If you're a longer, fighter than someone else, you keep them at distance with your jab. He's like, well, how do you get around that? I said, well, when you know it's coming, you go around it with a hook or like a looping straight. You just go right over the top.
Yeah.
Right.
And what Ben was doing was he was kind of just walking forward like with his arm out. And it was like, really easy to tell that the jab was
like good old boy style.
Yeah. But he wasn't popping his jab out. He was just kind of sticking his arm out and holding it there. And when the jab is just kind of hanging out there, it's super easy to just go over top of it, and that's what happened.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think that he's not a boxer. We know this,
right?
I mean, but I don't think that punch laid him out. I know the ref probably called it. If so, the ref called a little bit too soon. He got up. The ref said he took a stumble to the right or something. But
yeah,
dude, when you've been hit in the face by some of the guys he's been hit by. I mean, he went down like he did with when he got kneed by Jorge. Like that's how he went down, just like a sack of potatoes, dude.
He went down like that, but like Jorge knocked him unconscious. Like he was
that's a flying knee.
He was asleep before he hit the ground.
That's a flying knee compared to like a YouTuber's right hook.
I don't know. Maybe Jake Paul hits really hard. I think so the way he went down, it looked like he got dropped. Like it looked like a legitimate drop. He he got hit by a punch that he didn't see is what happened. And he just... Did
you see him backstage just laughing and just happy as a shitty grin baby?
He got paid $500,000, man. He was out there for like 40 seconds.
But you're not a little bit upset? A little bit that just you let a YouTuber come in there and lay you out? Like, I feel like you'd be a little upset about that. If
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If
it happened, it happened. And that's wild that Jake Paul beat Ben Askren. I know we all thought it could happen.
No.
And it was plausible. We thought it was plausible, but I really didn't think it was possible.
No, I didn't think it was going to go down that way. I think if there was a fix in, it's likely with the ref because he got back up and he looked okay. And the ref was just like, nope, over.
Out.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I was iffy, like the reason that they stopped it so early. It seemed like it shouldn't have been stopped. But I kind of had a conspiracy theory about this. And it's just one I completely made up on my own. Have absolutely zero evidence to back this up. But all right, did you see the bet between Snoop Dogg and Dana White?
Yeah.
Like, what was it, like 1.4 million euro or something like that?
I don't think they actually bet. Dana had just done an interview where he said he would bet $1 million. And then Snoop was like, we'll bet 2 million. And then Snoop was like, well, he said it. That's his word. Like, I don't think they actually bet.
Yeah, I don't think there's any money on it.
what if Ben Askren had some beef with Dana White
Ben
from the
Askren,
past for some reason?
he has definitely had beef with Dana White in the past.
So maybe he took a fall just to fuck over Dana White and then took a payday from Snoop.
Maybe. I mean,
zero proof. It's just a working theory I have.
I mean, that's a hard theory. I mean, it's plausible, I think, but it's a hard theory to get behind because they all got enough money.
so a little quick Ben Askren history. He had been undefeated for years and years. He was in Bellator. He was in one championship. Dana White would not let him come to the UFC for years and years. He said he was boring. He didn't want him there. All he can do is wrestle. He's just going to lay on guys. And Dana did not like Ben Askren. And after he retired from one, his contract was still with one. The UFC traded Demetrius Johnson for Ben Askren is what happened. So Mighty Mouse went to one, Ben Askren came to the UFC, and that's how that happened. So, I mean, he's definitely got a not great history with Dana.
Oh.
So I hear, and I don't know, this is a little off subject from the actual fight, but like the more and more I watch like interviews with fighters, it seems like Dana White, dude, is a chump. Like he's a dick, from what I gather. Like,
He's definitely a dick. He's entertaining, though.
Right, but like, you know, and don't get me wrong, he is a hell of a businessman for what he buy UFC for like $1 million or some shit, or $10 million or something.
Six, I think.
Six. And now it's just, I mean, crazy.
Well, when they sold it for $4 billion, and he got like 8% or something like that.
That's wild, man.
Jeez.
I'm surprised nobody has just whipped his ass yet, though.
Yeah,
like
he does seem like he's
done some guys dirty,
everybody
man.
in check. Like nobody's gonna step to him. Like this is his bitches.
Somebody was I'm surprised John Jones didn't whip his ass.
John Jones. What happened with that?
You know, he probably would. I wouldn't. John Jones don't give a fuck.
No, I mean he's set out 2 years. He just gets busted for shit, and he's just if anybody was gonna bust Dana White's ass, it's John Jones.
Yeah.
But
it could happen.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about that fight, but you know, you had the UFC the same night, man.
That card kind of was this. I don't know.
Sucked.
It was kind of disappointing. The card sucked. The main event was good. The card was not good though. The Stevens fight getting canceled because Drakkar was like, he pushed me. God. He hurt my arm.
He hurt my leg or my arm or my pec. You know, I like Jeremy Stevens, man.
If you get injured in a pre-match, just getting pushed, like
it was even a match. It was the weigh-in, like they faced off, and he just pushed him.
Face off.
Yeah, I mean, how are you going to do in an actual match if you're injured?
He pushed him hard. Don't get me wrong. Like he pushed him pretty hard, but like not compared to like getting punched in the mouth. Like
yeah, exactly. I mean, you get tore up in there. Yeah. I mean, it was just a push. I mean,
I think the fight went kind of how I thought it would. I guess at the end, I didn't think it would go 5 rounds and a decision. I really didn't.
No.
I don't know, man. I thought it would end like 2 or 3 rounds in with like, you know, a knockout or something.
Well, both of them are kind of knockout artists, so you kind of figured somebody was going to go down.
And maybe that's why, you know.
They're good. I mean, Whitaker looked really good, and like I was telling you, I think you could tell that Whitaker looked good because of how good Kelvin looked. Like Kelvin looked great. Right. Whitaker just kind of handled him.
Right. I think he dominated the entire match, man.
Yeah.
And it was cool to watch that. I didn't get to watch. I was talking to you boys. I was gone out of state. But I know that from what I understood, is it Thriller? Is that the
Thriller?
Triller?
Yeah.
Triller?
No H.
No H.
So I hear that was a complete shit show, though. Like,
yeah.
That's reading off what I read online, but it seemed like it was a complete, you know, just drop the ball kind of shit.
It was weird.
My theory on it, if you're not a fighting fan, like if you're new into it, but you kind of like the Super Bowl halftime shows, kind of, you know, you're just like a casual watcher.
Yeah.
That would probably like really rein you in.
Probably.
because you get a little bit of fighting, but you also got like some of these superstars putting on music shows and stuff. I mean, they had Too Short. I mean, Too Short. Shake that monkey.
Too Short.
Ice
Too
Cube.
Short was there.
Yeah. Too
No
Short,
shit.
Ice Cube.
He was in a group.
Ric Flair was a ref to a
what?
slap contest.
Yeah, Ric Flair did a slap boxing match where he was the referee, and this green.
This was all during that fight.
Yeah. There's big green-haired emo dude got knocked the fuck out with a slap. It was pretty good. That was.
I didn't know any of that happened.
So that was one of my favorite parts of the whole night. My other favorite part of the whole night was Pete Davidson. So he was there, commentating a lot of different things. But he had went to Jake Paul's dressing room and met him, and then he went to see Ben Askren, and Askren was talking to him, and he was like, "Dude, everybody hopes you win this." He's like, "Nobody fucking likes Jake Paul." He's like, Ben Askren's like, "Really? I thought, celebrity culture." Pete's like, "No, the real celebrities hate that guy." He's like, "Nobody likes him. He's a fucking asshole. And everybody hopes you win. Nobody wants to see you lose." And then he interviewed him after Jake Paul won, and he like straight on camera, they muted it, but like on camera, he asked Jake Paul about these sexual assault allegations that he's facing right now. Like Pete Davidson fucking killed it, man. He was great.
Pete Davidson don't give a fuck, man.
No.
I like Pete Davidson a lot. I didn't know there was so much like circus shit going on. Like I thought it was like a couple. I knew the matches, like Frank Mir, right? He fought before.
Dude, he was impressive. Like he lost.
Right.
But he lost the decision.
I didn't know there was all this other stuff going on, like a slap contest, Ric Flair, fucking Too Short.
Yeah. So Too Short was in a group with E90, Ice Cube, and Snoop Dogg. They made a group.
Who the fuck is E90? You mean E40?
E40. I don't fucking know that dude.
Who the fuck is E90? I was like, shit.
He's a E40? He's a big fat bald dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that's E40.
Okay. I don't know that guy.
I would have never known that either.
E90. That's like his granddad.
Or his grandson.
Maybe.
But
they were all in a group together?
Yeah.
Well,
I guess they made it. And dude, Ice Cube was like 92 Ice Cube. Are we there yet? Was in the rear view mirror, dude. He was fucking
nice.
He was saying some shit. Some shit I ain't heard Ice Cube say in a long time.
Like NWA style Ice Cube.
Yeah. No Vaseline style Ice Cube. I don't know. Jake Paul is he's vested in it, but he doesn't own it.
I asked Blake who owned Triller to see who put that whole thing on.
Yeah.
So who's Jake fight next?
He's got to fight a real fighter. Like he's got to fight somebody who can box.
Connor's buddy.
No, he's not a boxer either.
There was he accepted a fight from a guy, and I can't remember his name.
I don't think he's
got a brother too.
I don't think he's officially accepted anything yet. I think there's just talk about everything, right?
I've seen it on Facebook today when I was scrolling through. Like he accepted a fight from somebody, but
an alien. That's the worst place to believe anything.
Yeah,
Facebook.
I can't remember.
Right.
Let me see. I
read something that said he accepted a fight, but I think it was like clickbait. When I clicked it, it was like something different.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's officially accepted anything yet. I don't think he will for a while because he'll get paid, man.
Yeah,
he's gonna talk all kinds of shit right now because he beat Ben.
Oh yeah,
Tommy Fury.
There we are.
Oh yeah.
So he called out Jake Paul, but I don't think it's accepted yet.
Yeah, but because he wants Tyson too, he said, or some shit.
Dude, Tommy Fury beat the fuck out of Jake Paul.
Dude, please God, let Tyson Fury fight Jake Paul.
Well, even Tommy, dude.
I know, yeah, but I mean, I just want to see like the Gypsy King just come in and just beat his ass.
Dude, that would be disgusting.
That would be the big. I mean, but imagine if he won. What would happen?
He wouldn't.
I know, but we didn't. We said that about Ben.
I want to see him fight Jorge Masvidal.
Jake.
Yeah.
Jorge. Yeah. He's a killer, dude. He'll knock him fuck out quick.
Well, like I said the other night, I think Jorge's knee was super impressive until Jake Paul put Ben Askren on his face. Now he made Jorge look bad, so now he's just gotta fight Jorge. Like that's
I don't think he made him look bad because there wasn't a chance. Like he didn't have a chance to do anything else.
Yeah, I just want to see him fight Jorge Masvidal.
So what happens this week? Does Jorge win this week, you think? Or you think Usman takes it?
Usman probably wins.
Same way?
Probably.
That sucks. I hope not, man. I hate that shit.
Dude, those guys, it's like Khabib. Those guys just... The thing is they're not great strikers, right? But they don't have to be. You're so afraid of the takedown that you can't really strike with them. You just gotta let them fucking hit you.
You remember that fight, Matt? I don't know if you know who we were talking about. You remember when they got him? Yeah, Kamaru Usman and Jorge Masvidal, when he got him up on the fence and was like stomping on his feet. We watched this.
Yeah.
That same fight, like the second fight is happening this Saturday between those two.
Man.
So I think Jorge tries to get him. Well, it's Jorge's chance for a title.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I think, dude, I mean, I don't know. I think Jorge comes out a little different.
Maybe.
I think he's been practicing. He wants that title, I think.
Right. Well, see, the thing is he talks like that last one, like he didn't have a full camp, and technically he didn't, but he had been training for another fight for like a couple months, and then it was canceled for like 2 weeks, right?
You know, but it's like everybody said, he took that fight knowing that you're gonna get the respect of taking it on short notice.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a payday for it. And if you lose, which you probably are going to lose, he knew that, you're going to get a rematch.
Right. But it wasn't like zero camp, right? Like it.
Right. You know, that's what I'm saying. He had a camp. Enough to be able to say like, oh, I didn't get a camp, but not be like looking like me going out there trying to fucking fight somebody, you know?
Right. So I don't know, maybe
he looks beer bottle, whoop somebody's ass, Roadhouse style.
I always think someone is going to come in looking at least a bit different once they've actually fought someone. So yeah, I mean, he's probably going to look at least a bit different, but I'm looking forward to that one. I think that whole card is good.
It'll be a good fight, man. I'm hoping to watch it. I guess probably go to Matt's and watch as soon as I watch all the fights at.
Yeah.
But it's I'm looking forward to that fight because it's got fans. That's a big deal.
Oh man. Yeah.
They're going to Texas, right?
Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah.
Heaven's waiting room.
Speaking of beating ass, have you guys seen Doge Coin?
To the moon.
To the moon, son.
That's all I know. To the moon.
40 cents.
So my wife bought it. My wife bought it at 4 cents a coin. And we're just hanging on to it, man. I don't know. I know we talked earlier. I talked to her, and we thought about selling her initial investment like you had recommended, but I'm greedy, man. I was just like, hang on to it. What are you out? I mean, if it bottoms out tomorrow, you're out what? $30?
Yeah.
But imagine, like, nobody thought it would do this. Nobody in their mind thought it would do this. No. So imagine if it hits $1. Imagine if the shit hit $50 in a couple years.
Well, when it was made, it was a joke. Like it really was. It was a joke, kind of making fun of Litecoin and Bitcoin. It wasn't ever a serious thing. So it is kind of interesting that it's come up this much.
Yeah.
So is it? You think it's the celebrity push? You think it's like Musk that pushes it? That's making
I think it's kind of similar to like GameStop.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they just kind of put out like it's going to go back down. That's why I ended up selling at 39 cents. I did some research, and like with Bitcoin, there's only so much that exists that could ever be mined.
Right.
With Dogecoin, infinite,
right?
Yeah. They're saying by 2025, it could get up to $1 on like a normal rate. But I don't really see it hitting $1 right now.
Probably not.
Yeah. So even if it hit $1, I could make an extra $100. Or if it crashes, I'd lose even more. So I just sold, like I only had like 237 shares. I got like $94. So I call it a win.
I think
I can put it towards something.
It'll probably
Wait for it to drop.
It'll probably continue to go up to some extent because the reason is because people can afford to push it up. It's not
Yeah.
it's not like Bitcoin $60,000 per coin. It's less than 50 fucking
Right.
cents. So
Yeah.
it'll go up
Yeah.
because people are like, well, I could buy a bunch of that shit. It's less than 50 cents. But
Right.
eventually
Yeah.
that's going to top out.
Yeah. I agree. man.
It's cool though, man. It was cool. We were in Illinois, and I happened to look on Facebook, and all I seen was "to the moon,"
Yeah.
and I checked it, and it was like 25 cents, and then all of a sudden it was like 30 cents, and then at one point it was 48 cents, and
Yeah.
like, man, hang on
I
to it and
wish-
see what happens.
If I would have sold at 48 cents, I would have got like 115, 120 bucks instead of the 90. But
It's just,
I'm kind of like kicking myself in the ass for not doing that. But everybody thinks that. Like, if I had known the future, I would have done this in the past. I mean, but I'm not going to be greedy.
we all would
I'll
have bought
take it.
Bitcoin in 2003
Yeah.
dude,
and been rich.
dude, I'm still salty about that shit.
Yeah,
Like when I knew very well about Bitcoin in 2013 when it was like, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks or something like that. And I had a
Yeah.
computer that was really good at mining it. And all I had to do was set it up and just let it go.
let it go,
Yeah.
man. Don't dwell on it. It'll kill you.
But-
It's all right.
But
And then where would you be? You wouldn't be doing the podcast. You'd be rich, like off doing some other
I'd be in
shit.
fucking Hawaii. Fuck you guys.
Right. See, this is destiny, motherfucker. This is destiny. This is what this is.
Maybe
Speaking
we'd
of
still be
destiny-
doing the podcast, but all three of us would be rocking some kick-ass Blake mics instead of,
Okay.
these big dong-looking things here.
I'm all right with mine. I feel like mine's all right.
I like your face dongs.
Yours is like not like smacking you in the face, though.
I don't think yours looks like a dick until you say it does, and then I'm like, it's a dick.
It's kind of like a reverse dick. Like he's got the balls in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look. So speaking of Blake being a dickhead, tell us about this hat. Like you popped up with this
Oh,
this
yeah.
hat on.
Hashtag Blake Bucks.
I love it.
I don't.
like that's
I wanted to create a hashtag that would go viral, and I don't know, just thought it'd be funny. So
I hope
No,
that's it.
I'm-
I hope hashtag Blake fucks is what goes viral.
So now
Yes.
every time like we post a TikTok or we post on Facebook or whatever. By the way, TikTok, the Mitch and Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hashtag Blake fucks, right?
It works. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we start pushing it. Eventually,
I've
get there.
been tagging it in every audio podcast for like the last season.
Speaking of,
Been going a
TikTok.
while.
Yeah.
been trying hard, he said. But speaking of TikTok, I'm not trying to brag, but last 2 to 3 weeks, they've been good.
Yeah.
Like things have went like to the moon.
To
you
the
know?
moon.
Yeah. It's taken
so
me by surprise. Like a lot of
Yeah,
our listeners have like doubled, like
Yeah,
from like
I
the
mean,
previous week, and
it's really
doubled
crazy.
from that previous week.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Like we're on track to go over 5,000 plays just on podcast platforms this month.
Yes.
Which is fucking insane. Like it's literally from almost zero to just 5,000 in a month. Like it's been awesome.
And not sure what we did. I mean, because there is no boosting audio podcast. It's just you just got to find it. I
no, I think I don't know, man. First of all, thank you to everybody who listens to us and watches us. We love the shit out of you guys for that. So I appreciate everything in life, evidently, but I appreciate that too.
I do too.
So thank you guys. But I don't know, man. It's like all of a sudden, like somebody found us or liked what we talked about, and they shared it to somebody, and then it literally, like Blake has told me since day one, it snowballed.
yeah.
I'm a panicker, so every time we put an episode out, I'm like, ain't nobody watching it. Ain't nobody gonna listen to that. This is bullshit. Look, I quit. I'm done. This is stupid. And Blake's always like, dude, just chill out. It's like it takes time, and I'm like, fuck time, Blake. I don't have time. I'm 36 years old. I don't have time to do shit. And then all of a sudden, I woke up one day and I was like, oh, we got 1,500 like downloads. That's cool. And then I was at Matt's house and I was like, hey, dude, check it out. Look, 1,500 downloads. And then the next day I was like, dude, we got 2,200 downloads, and it was like 3,000, and I was like, it snowballed. Whoa.
Yeah. Like,
so
what's
it's
happening?
Cool. Right. It's super cool. To the point that, I mean, I don't guess it matters, but like we're getting people contacting us now saying, hey, I've got so-and-so, would like to come on the podcast or this and that. And that's a completely different thing. Cause for a year now, it's been me emailing people and me getting told, wait till you get a few more viewers, then we'll talk. Because you guys kind of suck right now. And I heard that like 45 times. Like,
who's the suck now, bitch?
Right. Get some. I'm gonna email that. I'm gonna email that lady back and be like, "Watch this, bitch." I'm lying. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna very politely write you another email, letting you know the analytics and how far we've grown, and ask for your band to come on the podcast.
And hashtag who's the suck.
And Blake
hashtag Blake Fucks.
But no, it is super cool, man, and it's gave me, and I know it has you guys as well, like this new fire to like just do and do better and keep going. And I mean, so much that I even fixed the sound on my interface today. Like,
yeah, who knew Gain turned it down?
Yeah, how about that?
Me, I told you guys from the get-go, I didn't know shit about it. There's just a big silver knob I kept turning down. That's what I turned down. I didn't know that didn't affect anything but my earphones. So the backstory to that is I'm loud as fuck every time we do a podcast, and Blake and Matt work their ass off to make it sound better because what they call clip. So I'm super loud, so they spend like half the time trying to get my voice to sound better, and have been telling me to turn it down for like 8 months now. And so I've been turning it down. I was turning it down so much I was out of turn down today. I had no more turn down. I was turned out. Then I was informed that this entire time I was turning down the wrong fucking knob. So one little turn of that knob and made their job 10 times easier. So
it was like, holy crap, the sky is falling. Listen, working correctly.
All these times I've told you boys, oh, my little knob's turning red. That's the knob I didn't know I had to touch. So when you hear the podcast and it sounds much better than it did to start with, it's because of those guys. Because if it was left up to me, we would sound like two cats trying to fuck on a tin roof. I don't know what is happening.
I love that analogy. I love it.
I mean, it's wild. Great.
So today I realized, there's always like a time when you're like, yeah, I'm getting old. I'm no longer built for this thing anymore. I had one of those moments today. So I was enjoying myself last night, watching some stuff. Ended up staying up too late. And it was like, I don't know, 5:30, 6 in the morning. And I was like,
yeah,
I'll be fine. I'm just going to go to bed and lay down for like a couple hours and then get up. And so I got up at like 8:30. And I'm just chilling out with Cam, watching cartoons, and it's, I don't know, 10:30-ish, and I'm like, ugh, that feels so good in the chest. So then I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, I stayed up too late, and it's going to kill me. Like, that's
old for this shit.
That's how you know. You're just not built for shit. Like, even if it's super unlikely and it like definitely wasn't going to kill me, the fact that I'm sitting there at 10:30 in the morning thinking staying up all night is going to be my death, I fucking probably shouldn't stay up all night anymore.
That's the Murtaugh syndrome, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon. Yeah. Detective Murtaugh, too old for this shit.
Yeah.
I felt that way for a while now. I've had 2 back surgeries and I'm half handicapped, and so I typically wake up like, what? And I eat like 4 ibuprofen, 2 Tylenol, like some steroids before I get like from my bed to the bathroom in the mornings. I've already ate all those pills. I have enough like muscle rub and biofreeze around my house that it smells like just a menthol cigarette in here almost.
Like a rave.
Vicks vapor rub on my chest just to soak it in.
Just some glow sticks laying around just because.
There was
Yeah.
Caitlin's grandma got her like some Bengay a few days ago because she wanted some kind of like arthritis cream and they didn't have it, and I was like, I'll just get Bengay. It's got all this shit that like Tiger Balm and stuff has in it. And she was using it, and I like walked out into the house and I was like, the fuck? And
Rough.
I was like, it smells good, but it's really strong. Like really strong.
Yeah.
Like you can smell it all the way through the house.
Anything like that, man, is super, like you said, it's super strong. Even like biofreeze and shit, man.
Yeah.
I've been using some CBD muscle rub that is some kind of mint, and it works really well, believe it or not.
Does it?
But it does, man. Yeah, but you can smell it.
About
like
that.
It works. Like I like it. I've got the drops that you can put under your tongue that help you like relax and sleep. I've got the gummies that kind of do the same thing, but the muscle rub is literally just, it's muscle rub for, sore muscles, achy muscles, post workout, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful, man. I like it. But the wife knows. She can be like 3 rooms over and be like, you put that you put that cream. I was like, yeah. I'm in here all like up on the bed. I'm at the age and I got to like put pillows in a certain formation on the bed to like hold me up so I don't wake up all crippled out. It's a rough life getting old, man.
Yeah.
And we're all there. I mean, we're all getting there.
I remember
once upon a time, like when we would lay in bed at night, me and the wife would like be all wrapped up and stuff. And, after a few years, we both admit we're selfish sleepers. Like she'll hang out on her side, I'll hang out on my side, but to cuddle, we kind of like say we just kind of cross feet. That way we're still touching, it still counts, but yet we're not burning up and everything. But
I like to cuddle, but when I'm ready to go to sleep, I want my space to like sleep.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do. Like, we'll like, cuddle up together a little bit right beforehand, and like, all right, I'm going to sleep.
Right. Take your ass over that way.
Cam sleeps with me, so like usually I've got my arm out like that, and Cam's laying like right here, and then I just like put my hand on Caitlin.
Yeah,
you're it.
It's like
touch the counts.
Yeah, that's pretty well what it's been like for a while.
We sleep with a dog, man. My dog Bailey sleeps with us, and she's a spoiled pup, man. I know Matt knows. I don't know, Blake, if you know much about my pup, but she's a very spoiled dog who sleeps wherever the fuck she wants to sleep. So she will sleep right between us, like on her back with her paws like up and spread apart, and she just takes all the bed up, man. So
yeah, she doesn't realize that she's like kind of a big dog, and like you'll be sitting there, she'll just like get right on your lap, and like personal space is not a thing with her.
she don't believe in it, man.
No.
Like she'll get up on your lap as close as she can, and she'll push herself back and kind of fall into your arms and make you hold her.
Yeah, pretty sure she stomped my nuts a few times, but pretty
ridiculous.
Sure
it is. But,
yeah.
There was something,
big baby.
There's something last week that I wanted to ask you guys about, but we just kind of ran out of time and I didn't have the chance to. One of the topics I've been wanting to bring up for a while is like the worst don't you've ever been. I want the story.
I can tell you that quick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I volunteered to go first. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
You're good.
You're good.
All right. So, had been with a girl for 3 or 4 years. She broke up with me, and let's be honest, it was probably months before this, and I was just being a bitch. But I go to my friend's house. There's a bunch of us there in the trailer. We use first names. First names are all right? We all know.
Yeah.
So I went to my friend Albert's house. It's Albert. We'll call him Albert. And we start beer bonging Everclear and Gatorade.
Oh shit.
So at some point I decided that because I got broken up with, I needed to fight somebody. Then I decided, you know what? I don't need to fight somebody, but I want to be punched in the face. So I asked Albert, who was known to be a pretty good fighter, to punch me in the face.
He had getting a lot of
And
fights.
he refused. And I kept begging him, and like he joked and laughed, and I kept drinking, and he kept refusing. And then I got to the point that I was like, he thinks I'm a bitch. He thinks I can't handle a punch. You think I'm a bitch. I'm not a bitch. Punch me in the face. And he laughed and he wouldn't. And everybody was like, you don't want to be punched. You're being dumb. I was like, no, fuck, I want punched in the face. And he wouldn't. So he had an entertainment center that had those doors that like you press them in and then open, it lets the magnet off and you open it.
Yeah.
So I popped that bitch out and it opened. And this was like the tall one. Like it's probably 3-4 foot tall. Yeah, probably 3 foot. And I ripped it off the hinges. I take it above my head and I shattered on the ground. This is his entertainment center. I just shattered on the floor. And I said, now punch me. And he was like, I'm not going to punch you, but that's a dick thing to do. And I was like, because you're a pussy. Punch me. So finally, like after like 30 minutes of begging, he's like, all right, man, I will punch you in the face. I was like, well, let's do it. So story in the video I seen back then was he wound up like Nolan Ryan about to throw like the 1986 like Houston Astros World Series fastball. He brings his leg up like he's pitching and comes around with a right hook, dude, and nails me right here. So in the video, I just start crying, but not because he punched me, because I missed my girlfriend. So I just start sobbing her name over and over after getting punched in the face. And then, so a buddy of mine at the time decided it was a good idea to take me to her and her boyfriend's house.
What?
So we'll call him Johnny. So he takes me in he's got a Chevy Blazer at the time. He's like, all right, let's go. So he gives me a big gulp cup, like the big cup to throw up in if I'm going to get sick. Because obviously I'm going to get sick. I just drank a fifth. I shared half a fifth of Everclear or a fifth of Everclear beer and let said man punch me in the face after breaking his, entertainment center. I'm going to puke. So he gives me a cup. I'm holding the cup, and all of a sudden I put the cup way out here and just throw up everywhere else but in the cup. So what I remember is waking up in my ex-girlfriend's boyfriend's mom's bed. And the only way I knew that was because I was going through mail. When I woke up, there was a box of mail, and I pulled the mail up, and I was like, holy shit, is this where I am? And so I come out of the bedroom into the living room. There's my buddy that tucked me, my ex-girlfriend, and her new boyfriend. And I am shit-hammered, puke-covered drunk, jaw swollen up, eyes bloodshot. I've been crying. At that point, I bet she was like, I won. Like, look at this. Like, I'm definitely like loser at this point. Like here I am, like, hey, well, I can't. My jaw is just super swollen. That was an all around bad experience.
Yeah,
I don't know who allowed any of that to happen. I was an adult. I guess I could have handled it myself, but obviously I was in no state to handle it.
well, I would say Johnny probably holds a little bit of responsibility.
Maybe a little, but we were always super cool. Like, I never had any bad feelings for him because we literally had broke up months ago. I was just like an emo 22-year-old bitch that couldn't get over her girlfriend.
So from the sound of that story, I'm to assume that her new boyfriend was a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, he liked me a lot.
Well, I mean, he put you in his mom's bed when you showed up.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who put me in bed. I was too hammered. I guess he was okay with me being there at least. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Where was the mom?
I don't think she really stayed there much. I think like he basically stayed there, and like my ex-girlfriend stayed there with him a lot. I don't know.
There's an alternate universe where you win because you wake up with his mom.
Yeah, I was thinking that. like what was like, Mom, you're sleeping with him.
So I'll be honest. So said Johnny is about 6'5", redheaded. I don't know if I would have won had I slept with Mom. I don't know what Mom looks like. I don't know, but I did see Johnny a while back, and we've always been super like good buddies. Like,
yeah, like, he's always a real nice guy.
my mom passed away in January, and he like was one of the first people to message me and say anything to me. And it didn't start with like, "Hey, you remember when you got drunk and passed out in my mom's bed and cried over my girlfriend?" It didn't start with any of that. But I woke up at Garrett's house. I woke up at his house on the couch the next day, and you know when you wake up and you go in a room and everybody gets super quiet.
Yeah,
that's what I walked in the kitchen and everybody was like, "Oh, hey, shit."
And
I was like, why is this? What happened here? Why is this blowing up? And I think somebody was like, "Oh, you don't remember? Watch this." And so that was by far, man, the worst drunk I've ever had in my life.
Mine isn't that crazy, but
Thank God, it's no fun.
so okay. Up until I was 26, I thought that blackout drunk was a myth. I was like, because listen, I had been trashed before. Like I'd been so drunk at one point, and some other things too, that I threw up like 20 times. I counted, and I didn't even black out then. Like I'd been super trashed before, and never blacked out. So I was like, blackout's bullshit. People say they black out and don't remember because they do shitty things, and that's their excuse.
Right.
So it was right after I met Caitlin, actually. Me and my brother were having a party. He had just moved over to Ashland. I went to go get some alcohol, and I got I've always liked amaretto.
I got a little bit of that.
There was this box that had a bottle of amaretto and I don't know, a glass about like that. It was bigger than a shot glass. It was like a whiskey glass, I guess. And I got a fifth of Cuervo. So we go to Ryan's house. We kind of start hanging out, and we decide to start drinking. I take that amaretto glass and fill it with Cuervo. And I'm like, Ryan.
Mistake one.
I'm like, Ryan, let's use this whiskey glass as a shot glass for tequila. And he was like, yes. So the first thing we do is we both shoot 2 of those of tequila. It was probably about 6 to 8 shots of tequila just right off the bat, like immediately. And after that second shot, I don't remember anything for the rest of the night. Like I remember taking the second shot, and from there I have about 3 moments that are like pictures. One is it's like December and snow and ice all over the place, and I'm laying down on his front porch bawling my eyes out. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I'm laying there in the snow and ice, just crying. I know that happened. Number 2, there was this really big girl that was there, and she picked me up and carried me towards Ryan's room. Like shouldered my ass. And like
you're not a small guy.
I'm not a small guy. And she like fucking slung me over her shoulder, and I'm just like and she's carrying me.
What team does she play for now?
I don't know. I don't even know this girl. That night was the only time I'd ever met her. And she's carrying me towards Ryan's room. And then the last memory is her like dropping me in bed beside Ryan, who was also passed the fuck out. and we woke up the next morning, and I was like, I don't remember anything from last night. He was like, I don't either. And I said, you want to go get coffee? He said, yeah. And we went to Tim Hortons. I just got in the car and started driving, and I was fine. Like I've never really had hangover problems. He had like sunglasses on. He was like leaning over in the car. He was like, how the fuck do you do this? He's like, I feel like shit. He's like, you're just good and fine. I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I just don't remember fucking anything from last night. Anyway, that's how I learned that blackout drunk is indeed a thing.
Is a thing.
Yeah.
I'm putting this out there. If you are the girl that carried Blake and Ryan to bed, please contact one of us, and we want you on the show because I want to hear your side of this story. And then I just want to see you pick Blake up and carry him around.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like that's a big lady, man. Like,
Yeah.
and I hope the story's completely different, though. Like, I hope when it turns out, like, you were so damn drunk that the story's like she drug you up steps like a rope and like a pulley system.
Dude, it could be.
You were crying, making a snowman outside, no pants, and like everybody's just drunk. And yeah,
It could be totally different. Like,
yeah. So, do you like tequila that much?
No. I
hate tequila, man.
I was like, oh, this will be funny.
How can I fuck up my night the quickest?
Let's use this giant glass as a shot glass for tequila. Oh, party. And I mean, dude, I partied for 5 minutes and then nothing.
Now, you partied all fucking night. You just don't remember it.
Yeah.
I think, Matt.
All right. The one that stands out the most to me, I believe I was like 19 or 20, one or the other. We were up at my friend Rob's in his garage, and I was chugging out of a gallon of Tavarsky vodka.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. I mean, I puked I don't know how many times, but for some reason, we all decided we wanted to go to Happy Mart and get some food. It was like midnight.
It was a while back, huh? Happy Mart.
Yeah. And
my
our friend
managed that
fucking
place.
pizza rolls, man.
Yeah.
Dude, those are fucking amazing. BP's close, but they're still not the same. Anyway,
different.
Yeah.
They make them down there now, though, by the way.
Yeah, they're really good. Kevin wasn't drinking, so he decided to drive, and I was just in the back seat, like super drunk. I was like sloppy, like stumbling and everything, and then we get pulled over by Officer Dick. That's his actual name. I'm not being an asshole.
His name is Officer Dick.
It is.
Yes.
He's also 89 years old.
Yeah. He comes up to the window smoking a Virginia Slim, that flashlight in there. Like, how you guys doing? Y'all been drinking? And Kevin's like, no, officer, I haven't. And he's like, how about you? I'm like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm drunk as shit. And no, I was like, yeah, but I'm not driving. I'm back here. And he's like, get your ass out of the car. And I get out, and he's like, when I get out, I'm like, listen, I'm not going to try to lie to you. I'm drunk as fuck. I can't pass any of your tests. I mean, but I'm not driving. See, he's driving. I'm back here. I'm where I'm supposed to be. He's like, get your ass back in the car. He goes up there to Kevin. He's like, you get his ass home. And
Officer Dick.
That's all I remember. I mean, it was pretty close to a PI, but I mean, that wasn't the first time I had a run. That wasn't the last time I had a run in with him, but every time he's always like cut me a break though. It was nice. I mean,
dude, that story reminds me of this time. Me, Matt, and little Ryan were driving to Moorhead, and this is before college and college experiences. We were in his mom's van, and I had like, I don't know, $10 to $20 of weed on me. And there was a roadblock, and Matt stops, and I'm like, it's fine. I'm like, I got weed, but it's not a big deal. It's just a roadblock. They're just going to check your license and insurance, and we're going to go on. So they check his license and insurance, and they're like, we pull over here. And I was like, fuck. Like, fuck me. They're having us pull over. So, like, we pull over, and we sat there for 10 or 15 minutes. And, like, as the time goes by, I'm just kind of getting more and more paranoid. Because you remember, this is when we were, like, 17. Weed was, I mean, it's still not legal here, but it was very, very illegal back then.
Yeah.
And,
10 years story.
huh?
I said 10 or 15 years ago, it was a whole different story.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
each minute that goes by, I'm getting more and more fucking paranoid. And I'm just like, I'm just going to eat it. That's the only thing left to do. I just got to eat this weed. So I eat it. And then the cop comes like 5 or 10 minutes later. He's like, your insurance is expired. and that was the deal. Matt didn't have the current insurance card. And then I got super fucking stoned because I ate like $20 worth of weed.
Oh shit. That's yeah, man, you're right. Weed is it's not legal, but it's came a long way since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny
There's
talk
like
about
legal variations now.
Yeah.
I mean,
right?
You can get Delta 8 everywhere, and it's basically the same thing. I mean,
When no, go ahead.
oh, that I was just saying it's basically the same
We
thing.
need to get a
But yeah,
Delta
that's
8
where it's-
sponsor.
That'd be cool. Yeah, supply some pens. When I was back on the fire department in Olive Hill, we went just because we were like some of us. Well, I wasn't a hellion. I don't think we were hellions.
Real quick, every time you mention the EMS or the fire department, I always want to say meat.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
Continue.
Every time. That's the thing. No, you just got to do it every time. We got out. It was like a decently like wet, kind of snowy night. It wasn't like a lot on the roads, but we got out on some 4-wheelers and we went through town in Olive Hill and just raised hell. And somewhere up at the time of what now is the Giovanni's by Superior or the Dollar Store or whatever, Dick Williams gets behind us and blue lights us. You're not going to catch us on 4-wheelers. So we ran through town and back streets and side streets and we lose him. And somebody calls the fire department and says, hey, open the doors. We're coming in. So they basically open the doors. We lost Dick somewhere beside like the American Legion and like the old Stamper Brothers lot there.
So not that far away.
Right. So we shoot straight down to the fire department, shut the doors, cover the 4-wheelers up, and we go inside in the living quarters and just are hanging out. And Dick shows up.
Mhm.
Hey, boys, you seen a bunch of fucks in here on some 4-wheelers? They just running through town like a bunch of goddamn hoodlums. I swear to God, if I catch them, I'll shoot every fucking one of them. And I was like, I don't know, Dick. That fucking asshole is what they are. Just a bunch of dicks.
Exactly how he sounds. Exactly.
So here we are with like, my pant legs are soaked with water because we've been riding out in the snow. And he's just like, goddamn bunch of hoodlums just think they can do whatever they want in this town and I won't catch them. I'll tell you, I'll catch them and I'll shoot every damn one of them. And smoking that Virginia Slim. And for a little while, I felt like a dick knowing, that's a lie. I didn't. I thought it was, I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was super funny that we had snuck in and those 4-wheelers were like 30 feet from him.
Yeah.
Still hot for being road, covered up with like tarps.
He just never even considered that it was the fire department.
Never thought it in a million years that it was us that outran him and like caused him so much shit.
Yeah.
I was involved in one of those. I was involved once, but I know there were numerous times that people did that and Dick got behind them and couldn't keep up and they'd come to the firehouse and hide him out and here he come. You boys get a call about some assholes out here on 4-wheelers. Y'all hear anything about that? They're gonna wreck out there. If they don't wreck first, I'm gonna fucking kill them every one. You know? He was just angry as hell, man. But Dick's an alright guy. I like the shit.
I like him.
I got drunk once and I was dressed as a Smurf for Halloween, blue, back when I was 400 pounds. And somebody took me to Speedway and I wanted a fucking hot dog, but I had no money because I was dressed as a fucking Smurf. And he bought my hot dog. And he walked me outside. He did the same thing Matty done to you. He told the people that get his ass home. Yeah. There I was drunk in Speedway like a giant Smurf. So
I've definitely seen Dick take weed from people and just like throw it away and not do anything. He didn't arrest him. He just took it.
Yeah.
I've also heard of him pocketing it.
Well, yeah. He's got the if anybody in the police force can do that, like Dick should be able to. He's literally what, like 70, 80, 75, 80 years old? Yeah.
He was the oldest
living cop in the world, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Man, not missing a beat either. I mean, I seen him over at the hospital when I was working there. He brought in somebody. I guess he like arrested him or something. He's like, "You guys got this? I'm gonna go out here and smoke." And I was out in the out there in the smoking area, and he's like, "Man, y'all hiring over here? I'm about to retire. I just like maybe a security guard. I just need some beer and bait money."
Beer and vape. I love it.
You know, there's
Still smoking Virginia Slims, dude. Those little tiny ass ones.
Yeah.
There's the one cop that I wasn't a huge fan of from Olive Hill. Most of them were okay, but the Phillips dude was not a cool guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But he had
was
like,
a little dickish.
he had like the high and tight and like the cop mustache. Like he was a very
super trooper.
Yeah, he was very super troopery.
I love it. It's funny.
There's a cop in Olive Hill that makes holsters. Like,
Yep.
Is secret squirrel concealment?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
like
does some stuff.
they're actually like in Bud's gun shop, even down in Sevierville, Tennessee. Did I say that right? Sevierville.
It's very real.
But yeah, I mean, I guess he's doing pretty good with that business.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
he's done
cool.
it for a while. He's done it for a while.
Yeah.
He makes it. They're nice, man.
There's also a Delta 8 company in Grayson. Just saying.
Yeah.
Saying
Holla at your boys.
Ooh, we need to reach out.
Hey, fellas, I'm not gonna lie. It's about that time for me. It's great. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to eat dinner. That's what I'm trying to do right now. My wife has been in here slaving, making some barbecue bacon wrapped scallops. And those bitches sound good. Those bitches sound good.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to tell everybody what YouTube, the Mitch and Matt, right?
Yep.
Facebook, the Mitch and Matt, this and that Mitch and Matt podcast. I don't know all the stuff. The Twitter, I don't know that.
It'll all be in the description on
There you
YouTube.
I'll pull stuff up and try to figure it out, but
Description below.
Yeah.
Twitter is at the Mitch and Matt. So social media, follow us, like us, subscribe, do all that stuff. We're available on all major podcast platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Again, thank you guys for the last several weeks. Have been great.
Yes.
I know I appreciate it. These guys as well. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We've got some cool stuff coming up. This is what, episode 3 in a row, right? We've done solo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's time to bring somebody on. I think we got a good guest coming up, but we've tried this a couple times. We've tried it a couple times. So I'm not going to say anything. We'll let you guys know if it happens. Hopefully that'll be a cool episode, but we've got some real cool stuff coming up. And boys, I appreciate you guys.
We're not even going to advertise for that until it's actually recorded.
No way. It's going to be done. It's going to be done.
The support that we're getting is giving us, opportunities just to make the show better too, like with with different guests and things like that. So it really
is like that thing that people say, the more support they get, the better they can do. And Blake's he's 100% right because of that support and our views going up and our downloads going up. And now we've got people contacting us, and we don't look like such backwoods slobs now. We got people who are like, "Oh, you have some views," So that's all to you guys, man. If it wasn't for everybody watching and checking us out, it would just be us three talking about how fucked up we got and
Officer Dick
and Officer Dick.
Yeah. Doge Coin.
Maybe in a few weeks we can bring Dick on. We'll bring him. We'd have to operate this for him.
Somebody's gonna have to go to Dick. And
not me. I can't operate shit. You imagine me and Dick trying to get on a podcast together?
Turn that fucking knob.
It's like when you're trying to FaceTime your great uncle and they're like this. Can you see? That would be me and Dick. So, right.
You sit in front of it like a normal person.
He hears these stories. He may shoot somebody. Damn it, I hope it's not me. But listen, other than that, guys, we appreciate the support. Thank you guys. Thank you too for always hanging out and doing this with me. It's been a hell of a time. So I guess we'll catch back up soon.
For sure.
All
right, we'll see you guys next week.